an arrhythmia to his heart, and he had a cardiac arrest. His heart stopped. There was no drugs or alcohol in his system. Mental health does not kill you, they restrained it. The jury found partial positional asphyxiation because he didn't die on the spot like we saw George. They put him in the van and claimed he was being violent and spinning on his back. Impossible! And then they brought him to the station and kept him at the back of the van where they claimed he was being violent. And Sergeant Paul White claimed that he went to the van and looked at my brother directly in his eyes. And Sean was sitting up. Liar! It was a fantasy. How can somebody remember in detail something that never happened? A complete fantasy. Because we proved on CCTV that he never left the custody suite area and went nowhere near the van. It was a lie. The IPCC knew. The CPS knew. Everybody knew. They gave us splice footage. But my brother Wayne, when we saw the full footage, we knew that Sergeant White did not go to the van. Liar! We went to trial, the first perjury trial in the United Kingdom. Suddenly he suffered from memory loss. He had memory loss. But how can somebody remember something in detail that was a complete fantasy? It never happened. Obviously, it was a lie, but he got off. Because the judge did not tell the jury, as a criminal jury, of the facts that were found at the inquest. They stand up a dying man. He's on camera. And an officer, plainclothes officer in the custody suite, looks at his colleagues when they stand up, Sean, and they tell him, he tells them, you cannot get a dead man standing. Taking me 13 years so that I can tell everybody the facts as what's on the footage. They stand up, either a dead man or a dying man, and they claimed he just stood up by himself. The Crown Prosecution Service said to me there was insufficient evidence to prosecute any of the officers, and there was, no prospect of a conviction. I said to the Crown Prosecution Service, I can't remember her name today in the meeting, what about the officer that's standing in the caged area telling his colleagues that stand up my brother that they cannot get a dead man standing? And you know what she said to me? She said, we can hear that, we see that, but we do not know in what context it is being said. Really? There's only one dead man in the building and he's looking at him when he said it. And that was one of the reasons that they said they don't know why they're saying he's dead. So there's insufficient evidence. Really? Well, we do have the CCTV, and the CCTV does not lie. 11 years later, all of the officers walked away scot-free after a gross misconduct, public misconduct hearing, where it was sent, a file was sent by the IRPC to the Crown Prosecution Service for 6 charges: manslaughter, perjury, gross negligence manslaughter, misconduct in public office, health and safety. The IPCC were forced to do a proper investigation. They never publicized their reports. I have it, but they never publicized it. Why not? It's a public document. He would tell you what happened to Sean. The Crown Prosecution Service did not put their report on their website. Why not? It's a public document. They gave it to me. Really? But next year, you're going to all find out and see what happened to Sean Rigg on Thursday, 21st of August 2008. Because I'm not going anywhere. I'm just kind of lost for words, but Sean, you're never forgotten. Yeah?